Boom, and boom. We're good to go. We are good to go. Yes. Welcome back to the channel. Bro, I love saying that. I don't know what it is. Welcome back to the channel. Mr. Elliot Ward in the house right now at the Gold Zone Retreat with Mr. Alex Reynolds. What's going on, brother?
Good brother, man.
Good
All
to see you.
good. Yeah,
Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. So we're actually here right now, wrapping up. We're actually nearly into the dinner, the actual Gold Zone dinner, which will be in a couple of hours. And we're here wrapping up a day that's just been incredible. We've heard from leadership from all over the planet, literally. We've had Mr. Donnie Pips coming in from Miami, Florida. We've had Mr. Jake Parton come in from the south of the UK. And we've been here in the middle of the UK, in the Birmingham area, which has just been incredible. And bro, how you feeling after today?
got head blown a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
mate, just so much good quality information, man. I'm just sitting here digesting, what's that mean for me and my next plan and my next strategy and everything else. But unbelievable.
So it's been like a
quality
room. It's been a room right now that's got you thinking a lot.
Yeah, 100, no, unbelievably so,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah, I mean, when I joined the community, my brain was already on what I was thinking. Today is just elevated the number of opportunities that are available. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a amazing talk this morning from Max about the forex space, which is what I've been trading with you guys anyway. And then Connor this afternoon, Connor Fennell, the main man, came in and started talking about the opportunity in crypto.
Yeah.
And my head's just gone.
It's mad, isn't
Where do you go from here, man?
Yeah.
What do you do next, man?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, time to digest. Have some food in a bit, man.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
I'd love to hear I'd love to hear more about your story, because obviously you're very highly sort of qualified. I know we were talking the other day about the amount of time you've been in being in education. Obviously, I took a higher educational route myself as well, so that was really embedded into me from a young age of getting grades, etc., and obviously experience the corporate world. Obviously, you've gone in a short amount of time. You've gone really put together a very successful elevation in your career. I'd love to hear more about, yourself, what it is you've been focused on over the last years, and your perception of what it's given you, and it'd be good to hear.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I go back to when I was at school, mate, I never really knew when I was younger what I really wanted to do.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I was a creative. Art was my thing. I was drawing and painting and creating.
I didn't know that.
Graphic design and all of that.
Oh, right. Okay.
When I was at school.
Yeah.
But then, you just have this dawning realization that it was like, right, how does that get me to a job?
Right.
This sounds slightly arrogant. It's not meant that way, but I was quite academically able, so I was good in exams.
Yeah.
Terrible with my hands. Do you know what I mean? It was a skill set I had to learn.
Right.
Came through my A levels. Had a really kind of.
Where did you actually study? Did you study
at a school called Sneed Community School?
Okay.
It's closed now. Actually.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. In Walsall.
Okay. Walsall,
in the West Midlands. Had a mum behind me who drove me.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise, you could.
Did your mum in teaching and stuff or anything?
Yeah, the whole family. As you can imagine what Christmas is going to be. Yeah. So we're all either like we're all senior leaders or whatever in school, or have been previously. So the whole family's tied up in education one way or another. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But my intention was never to go into education, right? So I got into post-16 in school, and I decided, right, I was doing my A levels and everything else. Partying quite hard while I did it.
Yeah.
I was kind of like on that edge of not sure what I wanted to do in my life. And then again, it's about being in the right room with the right people. My mom drove me through that, met a guy who I ended up going to work for, who helped me with a project that I was doing.
Okay.
And it just kind of a switch flipped. And then I just went, right, let's go for this now. Finished my A levels, but made a decision that I needed something that could take me into a career. Right. So I moved away from the arts, really, and into engineering and design.
Right, okay.
And then my plan was to come out of school, get my job. I managed to get a job at Walsall College.
Right.
I was working in a product development business that worked with local industry.
Right.
Did that, and my plan was to complete my degree. So they allowed me to do my degree, and they funded that part-time. And then I was going into industry to be a designer. And the one day.
So not necessarily education.
No. I was inside a college. I was inside the college, but it was a business. It was funded by European development money.
Got you.
And basically, we were doing product development for local businesses. Cool. Is what we were doing. And my boss came in one day, and because we were in the college, he was like, "Oh, I've got to go to this conference. Can you teach this lesson for me in the evening?" I was 19.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And he went, go on, you'll be fine. You're the only person who can use the software in the building, so you're going to have to do it.
Right.
So I walked into this class of adults from industry in the evening. I was 19,
Right.
But it was good money.
Right.
Part-time teaching, lecturing in the evening was good money.
Right.
Taught that lesson, started doing a few more bits of teaching in the evening.
Okay.
Then I was doing 2 evenings a week, then 3 evenings a week. And then the principal of the college came down and he was basically like, right, what are you doing there with industry? We want to do with young people. I was studying my degree part-time at the time. And then I started teaching 16 to 19-year-olds, came up with this brilliant course in product development.
Okay, cool.
Whilst working with industry at the same time. And then we got the students involved in working with industry.
Cool.
And I did that while I finished my degree. And basically, opportunities came in the educational sector. So I got the opportunity then, once I finished my degree, to do my postgraduate certificate in education, trained to be a teacher. Then an opportunity came up to get involved in a new school in the West Midlands. I went there as head of engineering. And then from there, I applied to be a deputy head in Sheffield, moved to Sheffield as a deputy head. We then opened a second school in Sheffield, and the next thing you know, I'm a head teacher, right? It's the journey, isn't it? You know,
So it just led.
It's just one thing led to another. The opportunities came up. You know, the salary was there, you know, and it was the opportunity to progress. But I kind of went from the age of about 18 onwards. I just went, and particularly my early 20s. I just a switch flipped, and I just went, right, career. And I just pushed and pushed and pushed. I mean, I was, you know, I got to deputy head at 29. I was principal at 31.
Yes, it's young.
So that was a journey. Been to uni 4 times.
So,
so
when did you actually finish at university? Was it
pandemic?
Right.
So literally, look. So I started university when I started university when I was 19, and finished in the pandemic in 2021, 22.
Okay, cool. So obviously, you've achieved a lot. It's not, you know, you've got the salary there, and you're good. Do you know what I mean? You are good.
I am good.
You're real good. What was it that got you thinking, what can I add? What's next? Was it the growth? Was it more money? Was it better lifestyle? What was it that really drove you to say, you know what, let me take a step outside my comfort zone. Let me immerse myself with individuals that think very differently, because you know, from what you're around now, what was it that made you go, you know what, no, I'm gonna take a step?
There's a few things really. Number one, I've always felt that, I'm on a good salary, don't get me wrong. And I've always felt I can leverage that a bit more. How do I make that money work for me? And I've known for a long time, right, that just leave it sitting in a savings account in the right thing to do. That's just not the way you increase money. The second thing is, it's like, I'm on a good salary, but I do live in a way month by month. I think you live to your means in a way.
Of course. You've created a lifestyle.
You've got a lifestyle. You're like that. And then obviously for me, my job's stressful. You know what I mean? It's very rewarding. But it's stressful. It's stressful. Time. So based on that first point about how can I take my income and how can I leverage that? How can I make that work better for me? Hopefully to then be able to give me freedom in the future. You know what, to make, as you do get older, to be able to then have that freedom to make decisions about, and not feel tied to a job based on a lifestyle you don't want to give up.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I get that. And so you really think you are thinking with what's ahead, how you know the industry, what it's giving you, especially at a younger age. So what does that mean when you start getting older? Planning, you're doing a lot of planning.
Absolutely, You know, it's for me, that long-term approach, to have the ability where you've got that financial freedom to be able to make decisions that are independent of, any career or any job, because you've put yourself in a place where you have financial freedom.
So, and what was it? So obviously you've been with us now probably, 3 or 4 months?
4 months.
What was it in particular that stood out with regards to us? Because obviously there are a lot of places out there where you can achieve some good results, or you can learn a skill set, for instance, like becoming successful in the financial markets and things of that nature. What is it that you really caught your eye with regards to what we've got?
Well, I've done that. I've done that. I've been out. I've tried other things. I've tried investing before. I've tried a bit of trading before. I've brought some crypto before. But I think, like a lot of people, you kind of, it's like, I'm going to buy some Bitcoin and I'm just going to sit on it. I hope that it does something. Right? We've all tried to watch, I did anyway. I tried to watch YouTube videos or read stuff on the internet and tried to do that. And I entered the space solely from a trading perspective initially.
Of course.
But we met in the gym, didn't we? Right? So we were in the gym. We were having a chat, talking about our like-minded interests and trading and one thing and another. And then I'd obviously been trying to train myself and do other things like that. But what stood out to me after that conversation with you was the level of education that the community's got.
Yeah,
it's just second to none.
Yeah,
and having tried to train myself on YouTube and having tried to look at resources and read books and all of that, I can honestly tell you now that the level of education that you get in the community is just like nothing I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
And that makes you realize this, you know, and this is where you're at now with it as well. It's like, I know now if I make a mistake in the trading space, we all take losing trades, don't we?
Yeah.
But if I personally make a mistake in the trading space now, that's something I've done, not the quality of education I've had. Do you know what I mean?
So you kind of eliminated by being around, eliminating, I've got the mentorship, I've got the education, then you're eliminating things that you didn't want to question anymore.
Yeah. Now you know that you have access to the profit coaches, you know, all of the Zoom calls and the live material that's available multiple times a day on some occasions, you know, 50 plus hours of training material, I think it is, correct me if I'm wrong.
Like, on
the Elevate I haven't even got through it all yet. Do you know what I mean? You know, you're eliminating a lot of the guesswork. And then you've only got your own mentality,
of course,
which can takes time.
100%.
But that just, you know, having been in that place now and having looked at what was out there previously and the way I was trying to learn before, it's a complete step change. It's just a complete step change in terms of the quality of educational content that I'm getting.
Okay. So,
and it's like today's a prime example, isn't it? You know, to be in the room today with traders that are just nailing it time and time again. You know, and you know, Donny Pips coming on, you know, did what, like 800k this year? Just to even be in the same room and have access to that is just unbelievable.
So let me ask you this, because obviously you've earned money, you've earned money and stuff. How does it feel? Because I know that, like, for instance, I think you did, was it nearly 200 or something overnight through the night kind of deal the other night. What's the feeling difference between earning money this way and then earning money how you used to earn it? What does it feel like? How does it? What was like the moment that you felt when?
Well, it almost feels like it shouldn't be possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
like,
true.
You know, I did put a trade in the other night and went to bed. Woke up in the morning, it was nearly 200 quid up. In terms of trade. My best day was 440.
440 your best day. 440 in a day. And you still have that feeling of, man.
Yeah, it don't feel like it should be possible, because I'm so used to, you know, you work harder, you work longer hours, you earn more money. You progress. And actually, you know, like, I mean, that the 200 quid last week overnight, it weren't quite that, it was about 180. So 180 quid overnight. The trade came in a group. I pressed some buttons and went to bed. And woke up the next morning and you're 200 quid better off. And like you put it, you know, it's a system that's available. We can all have access to it. And why shouldn't we try and learn how to
100%,
do this? You know,
100%. So what? Let me ask you a question. Knowing what you know, and you've obviously seen individuals that are earning income around you, especially in a corporate setting. What is it that you feel like holds people back from taking a step in a direction of earning money in a new way?
I think there's some incorrect truth, incorrect understanding about it. I think, you know, I think people think you're gambling. You know, what I've realized you know, if you do it like I tried to initially, which was, I'm going to look up some stuff on the internet and throw some money into an account and hope for the best, like you're gambling.
You know that is gambling, right?
Whereas if you're going to take the time and you're going to invest in yourself and you're going to, you know, say, right, I'm going to commit to learn how to do this properly. Everybody loses, right? Okay, the markets don't work if everybody wins 100% of the time. But you're reducing the probabilities of that in a big risk, right? Because you can predict what the market's going to do. The market will do strange things occasionally, but you're reducing the probabilities of the number of times you're going to be wrong. And if you put yourself in the right room with the right people and you listen to people that, you know, take advice from those that are earning millions doing it, you know, you're making sure that the probability of your loss comes down rapidly.
100%. I love it. Okay. So now obviously you've experienced what we've got. You've earned money in a way where you can see it to benefit to others. And said, you know what, Elliot, I'd love to be able to share what we have with other people. Talk to me about the level of thought that went into seeing what was possible as a person? What was it that attracted to you to being able to go, you know what, I want to earn money this way, but I also want to be in a position where I can gradually give this to people? What was it that clicked for you to be able to go, you know what, I can give this to other people and I can see people win and I can see myself? Was it a certain person you want to become and progress? What was it? What was it for you in particular?
If I look at my life, Elliot, really, when you move into education and you do what I do, I've spent my whole life trying to help others. To and that's normally the children of other people. It's been a life dedicated to kind of service to improve the life chances of the people that are around you.
100%, yeah.
Those young people, they come into your life, you teach them for 4 or 5 years, they move out of your life and they move on forever. Whereas actually then to be able to share this with people that I know, with people who I'm around, with people who, actually you can build a lasting kind of legacy together. I know I've already got friends, and I know some of them are trading and one thing and another. And I don't know their level of, in all cases, the level of education that they've had. So it's only quite right that I share that. Do you know what I mean? But for me, it's kind of been an eye-opening experience for me about what is possible. Right, and that we can. I'm having a great career. I earn good money. I'm doing a good. I'm secure for the rest of my life. Is the reality. But there is, I mean, for me, and I'm doing all of this passively. On the side. Whilst still earning that income. And actually, it's just ultimately more people should know.
100%.
more.
So it was actually like an awareness thing for you. Like, actually, I feel good making people aware of this is what's possible, and we can build a relationship whilst doing this.
Absolutely. I mean, just in the last week or so, I've picked the phone up and had conversations with people I haven't spoken to for 20 years.
Class. Love it.
Do you know what I mean? And that has just been rewarding in its own right, whether they come with me on the journey or not. Do you know what I mean? But the big thing for me is that making people aware that this type of opportunity is actually out there. You can do this alongside your current job. You can earn an additional income alongside the income that you currently generate. Maybe, just maybe, with the right determination and willpower, you could become financially free moving forward. And at the same time, I'm touching base with people who I haven't spoken to for years and years and years. It's a win-win, isn't it?
Love it. Just finally, what do you believe has allowed you, or what do you believe allows you, because of this industry and how it's built and what's available because of what comes to what we've got? What do you believe enables you to build this effectively alongside what you're already doing, i.e., a demanding full-time sort of situation right now?
It's the flexibility of the ability to access it, isn't it? I mean, just going back to trading for a bit while than the business side of things. I've been able to access all that training at a weekend. All the live calls are recorded, and obviously there's a danger with the live calls that it's not live anymore. Do you know? But I can still get up on a Saturday. I can watch that. I can get home from work and I can watch things. I mean, like the trading call that Stephen Fry does every morning on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is a bit bizarre. Well, I'm getting ready for work, or I've just got out of the shower and I've got like headphone in and I'm listening to Stephen. And I'm walking down to work and he's scanning the market and he's talking to me about stuff. It's that flexibility of approach to be able to access those things. There are days where I go to work, the phone goes down and I never look at a group, or I never look at a chat, or I never see any trades come in. You know. There's other times where the trades pop in first thing in the morning, I put them on, I go to work, I forget about them, and there's other days where you've got a bit more flexibility to do that. It's got huge amounts of flexibility to be able to work around a full-time and demanding job like mine. I've had to train myself really to understand that there are going to be times where I can give the trading and the business and the networking side of all of this my full attention. There are other times when I go into work and I have to give work my full attention. More times than not, particularly during the 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock period of the day. But it's always there. Markets aren't going anywhere. The opportunity's not going anywhere. And I'm learning over time to build the business and learn how to trade at my own pace.
I love that.
With a viewpoint that I know it's not a skill that you learn overnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
And we've seen people coming in.
Yeah.
We've seen people land in this group and make killer.
Yeah, it's true.
A crazy income really quickly.
Really quickly. Yeah.
But the other side of that is I know the demands of my job, and I know the time, and I know I'm giving it as much effort and as much time as I can, because I know what the potential is.
Yeah.
Around a very demanding job.
Any job.
Yeah.
So just to wrap things up, man, I'd love to hear what you're, obviously we're right on the cusp of Christmas 2024. What are you excited about going forward, 2025 and onwards? What's at the forefront of your sort of enthusiasm?
So 2025, I'm aiming, if people are watching live on Facebook and I haven't reached out to you yet, I will do.
Yeah.
So, just to make people aware of what it is, if you're watching it and you want to know more, reach out to me before I reach out to you. But, I am going to reach out to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Just to share what we've got, and if people want to get on board, then amazing. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm going to continue to learn how to trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've realised my biggest demon from a trading point of view is up here.
Yeah.
And we've had a whole session today and with Donnie Pips and Jake, about motivation and psychology and all of that. And I'm working on that. So, I'm excited for trading moving forward. I might even buy some meme coins.
You'll be rolling around with Mudang in your back pocket.
Whatever that coin was he was talking about earlier, man. I need to get this thing on that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just, I joined about 4 months ago.
Yep.
And it's just going to go from strength to strength, man. 2025 is exciting, man.
Yeah.
I feel that's, let's look at where we're at this time next year.
100%, bro. 100%. Well, I'm grateful. I love having conversations like this, because I know we met, in Sheffield. Sheffield was a big part of like my journey and my growing. So the fact that we've been able to build a rapport and that's continued into being able to like really build something together. The relationships, I always say, but the relationships and what we've got are by far the most rewarding part of what we do in a big way, and just actually living life together. So on that, let's go and get a nice steak and enjoy today. And I appreciate you, brother. Like I said, I'm grateful for our relationship. Merry Christmas to you, and let's make 2025 great.
You too, bro.
Cheers, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. Boom. There we go. And